This is my inclusive intervention plan for educational interventions by Jaden Lascado. So a overview of my student that I chose is Anna. She is in 2nd grade and she's 7 and she is an emergent bilingual. And her family speaks only Spanish at home. My analysis on the student for her academics was mostly that she struggled a lot with her phonics skills, like decoding words, and that seemed to be the baseline and foundation of like a domino effect of everything else that she was struggling with, because she was also struggling with fluency and showed signs of defeat and would give up easily when asked to read multi-syllable words or longer words. She also did well answering questions based on the context that she read, but struggled whenever she had to answer like questions that she had to infer, which would assume that it's because she couldn't understand the sounds that the letters make, so she couldn't read fluently, which was causing her to not be able to understand what she was reading if she wasn't able to even understand the text that she was reading. So she couldn't understand the deeper meaning if she can't read it, which she also messed up with her vowel teams and vowel sounds. So that also has to do with phonics, because that again shows that phonics was really the core of what she's struggling with, and it's causing many other things for her to find obstacles in. She also struggled with writing. She could only write short sentences, 4 to 5 sentences, and struggled trying to put her ideas in a context, which is another clue that she's struggling with phonics, so she's not being able to read fluently. She doesn't understand the sounds with the letters, and she can't decode the words, so she can't understand it when she's trying to read it, which is causing her to not be able to understand what she's reading or write about what she's reading or write in general. Also, another important thing for the analysis that I found was that she does really well in math, especially math facts. So to me, that showed that she's very smart and she's applying herself and putting an effort in school. She also had 93% attendance. The only classes that she ever missed were due to sickness. So that shows that she is a good student. She's putting forth effort. She's just really struggling in her phonics skills because math is numbers, so there's no decoding or sounds involved, so she's able to do that well. Social emotional analysis for me was that Anna talks with peers, and they said that she has lots of peer relationships, strong peer relationships, so that suggests to me that she's social and she speaks well, but she's quiet in class and hesitant to participate in class discussions, easily gives up when reading longer words. So to me, this says that she's not afraid to speak, it's just that she's afraid to speak about what she doesn't think that she understands. So she's embarrassed because she knows that she can't read things fluently because she doesn't understand the phonics, so she doesn't want to participate. So this shows that she really just needs help in that phonics academics with her reading. This way she can feel confident to talk in front of class and answer academic questions like she does with her peers. And for family engagement and involvement, her parents only speak Spanish at home. They also ask for tips and respond to all messages. To me, this said that they seem very eager to support Anna and her academic journey and are willing to be a part of it. My thoughts of this were that they could attend conference meetings with translators, get messages in both English and Spanish, and receive suggested tips for support of Anna's academics, and also have Anna help them at home. I also think that that's great to know that they are completely there to help her with her academic journey. They just need help learning English as well. They can't help her when they don't understand themselves. My SMART goals were specific, that Anna will accomplish being able to strengthen, understand, and practice her phonics skills during small group instruction, which will set a foundation to help her strengthen her reading, writing, and social skills. For measurable, the data will be obtained through observation notes throughout small time as well, and notes taken during class activities. This data will also be obtained through assessments throughout the year to see Anna's improvement. I would plan to take beginning, middle, end for assessments particularly. A would be achievable. I will make sure to provide Anna with much phonics practice and make sure that she's being pulled into small groups to work on phonics practice. as well and begin incorporating these efforts into her reading and writing practices. R, which is relevant, the goal aligns with Anna's overall success and objectives because she will better be able to decode and blend letter sounds, causing her to be able to read fluently and understand what she is reading. This will also allow her to excel in all areas of reading and writing and feel confident in her reading and writing abilities. Time bound, the goal is by the middle of the year she'll begin to show understanding of phonics, and by the end of the year hopefully start showing progress towards mastery or mastery even in phonics, and begin being able to read and write fluently and be confident in her reading and writing. Since she is very smart and shows that she's a great student and wants to learn academically, I think that she would be able to reach these goals by the end of the year. Instructional strategies that I chose were to provide differentiation in the class by having many lessons that incorporate phonics, and maybe even change some of the lessons where the phonics is the focus, such as like, okay guys, today we're going to incorporate more phonics. This way it could help not just her but other students, because I feel all students need to refresh on that. I will accommodate her by allowing her to have a sheet that has the alphabet with vowel teams and sounds by the letters as she reads. So she'll have her sheet. As she reads, she can go back and look at that. As she writes, she can go back and look at that as well. I also plan to have her readings in Spanish and English. That way she can see, okay, this is how it is in Spanish. Here's my alphabet sheet, and then this is English. That way she can start using what she already knows in her language, because she's very strong in Spanish, and apply that to English. I will also have her participate in small groups where I will focus on phonics and reading fluency and eventually her writing. I will also pair her with one of her friends that she feels comfortable with at least once a week and allow them to read to each other. That way she can practice, they can help each other and become more confident in her reading. I think that this would help her feel confident with who she's reading to, help each other, and they would both be able to learn off one another, and she can finally become confident in reading, not just when she's talking with her friends. I would also want to incorporate bilingual specialists into Anna's plan and help them improve her reading skills and overall English. I would also want to incorporate her other teachers. That way we can all work together as a team to help her succeed. I would also want to incorporate her family by providing them notes on her progress and what we are working on in both English and Spanish, as well as translating my emails in both English and Spanish. I also plan to provide tips of how they can improve their English and help Anna with her reading skills. I will also want to give Anna tips on how she could teach her parents what she has learned so that they can all bond and learn English together. I will be including their culture as well in assignments, such as reading assignments that are based off her culture, the way Anna feels more confident in class. For example, having a reading assignment and it's based off a holiday that maybe they only celebrate, like Day of the Dead, and the whole class is reading that, but that'll help her be like, hey, this is something that I understand. I can see it in both Spanish and English, and she'll be interested to learn about it and hopefully be able to better, since she already has a background, be able to better write about it more confidently. For progress monitoring, I will take notes on Anna during class activities, as well as observing how she is socially. Take notes during small group and jot down as she's progressing and maybe what she needs to work on more. Observe her assignments and observe her behavior when she's completing them. I will also use benchmarks throughout the year to assess if she's learning and assess her reading. I will communicate the progress to her family by involving them in parent-teacher conferences where I have a translator present, sending emails that are translated, and working on what she can work on at home, also explaining what she can tell her parents as well to help them. My reflection of how this demonstrates inclusive and equitable practice is that I'm not dismissing Anna's struggle. I'm rather helping encourage her in them. I want her to be involved in small groups, build relationships with her peers, build relationships with me. I think the most important thing for me would be for her to feel comfortable with me and making sure her family's involved as well. This way that she feels like she wants to learn and improve and feels comfortable and not embarrassed at all, and encouraging her as much as I can through accommodations and different instructions and whatever I can do. I think from this assignment, something that I've learned about myself as a future educator is I want to make sure I understand all my resources available to help any child in need. I want to make sure that I'm the educator that any student feels like they can come to, and I feel like to do that I need to make sure that I know every single resource that I have, other teachers, specialists, what accommodations can I use? How can I reach out to the parents? This way that I can be like, okay, I've done this, and this. What else can I do to help this student? Yes, which is mostly what I said. I learned that teachers have much more of an impact than I realize in students' lives. I feel like a lot of these students go underlooked because it's just too much for teachers to deal with, but I don't ever want to be that teacher. So I really just want to make sure that if I were to have a student like Anna, that I'm able to completely help her progress, because she is smart. She's just coming with a native language, which is hard. So that is my reflection of this assignment. And yeah, that's it. Thank you.